Adam Silver at the podium.
2019 NBA Draft, the Phoenix Suns select Jarrett Culver from Texas Tech University.
Mike Schmitz, player profile.
Culver was one of the most improved players in the country, leading Texas Tech in points, rebounds, assists. He's exactly what teams are looking for in a shot creator who can get it done at all three levels. He makes his teammates better, and he's a competitive defender. But there are some major questions about his shooting touch. He overhauled his release in the offseason, shot around 30% from three as a sophomore, and just doesn't have the most natural stroke. So he's going to have to improve as a shooter for teams to feel comfortable handing him the ball and saying, you're the focal point of our offense.
All right, there you go.
651-646-8255 or tweet us at SKOR North. As far as we know, Jarrett Culver, shooting guard out of Texas Tech, sophomore, 6'7", is the Wolves' first pick in the 2019 NBA draft. Gerson Rosas' first pick after he traded up to number 6, gives up Dario Saric and number 11 to move up to number 6 and select Jarrett Culver, the shooting guard out of Texas Tech. Your reaction, 651-646-8255 or tweet us at SKOR North. I wouldn't call it shock, but certainly surprised is how I'm feeling right now, Manny.
Yeah, I thought this was going to be the play for a point guard, whether it was Garland or whether it was Kobe White, and I'm a little bit surprised by this. I don't hate it. If this is their pick and they're going to roll with Jarrett Culver, I don't hate it. I still probably would have preferred Kobe White in this spot. But you know, Culver does have some ability, and he was the catalyst to Texas Tech getting to the national championship game. He had some big performances during the NCAA tournament. There is some question marks about his outside shooting. And
which is what's peculiar about this to me.
Yeah.
Because Gerson Rosas comes from Houston and from a system that, I mean, the whole NBA right now values shooting above everything else.
And now
you just took a guy whose jump shot, it sounds like, is a project.
And right now you only really have two guys on your roster that are good 3-point shooters, and it's your best player in Karl Anthony Towns, your 7-footer, and it's probably Robert Covington. And Robert Covington's about, he's a capable, good 3-point shooter. He's not a lights out, Kyle Korver type 3-point shooter.
Mm-hmm.
But he's going to hit it at about a 36, 37, 38% clip, which is pretty solid. Outside of that, you don't really have a lot of shooting. Jeff Teague it doesn't seem like he's long to be on this team much longer anyway. He's not a great 3-point shooter. Tyus Jones, we've seen him knock down big shots over the years, but he's not really a knockdown 3-point shooter. They don't really have a whole lot of shooting outside of that.
His sophomore year at Texas Tech before entering the draft, played in 38 games, 32.5 minutes per game, shot just over 46% from the field, just over 30% from the 3-point line, a 70% free throw shooter, 6.4 rebounds, 3.7 assists per game, and 18.5 points per game. And like you said, Manny, the guy who, you heard it actually in the scouting report there, the recap, but maybe the most improved player over the course of the college season in this draft, a guy behind the resurgence of Texas Tech, but I didn't see a lot of draft boards that had him going quite this high. It's not a reach. It's not a stretch. Most draft boards had him somewhere in the 8 to 10 range. And there were some reports that the Bulls were interested in him at number 7. And that's who is on the board right now. But I think everybody assumed that when they moved up to number 6, it was we've been talking about either Garland or Kobe White there with the number 6 pick.
Yeah, I saw maybe about a week or so ago, I saw a couple of mock drafts that had Culver going like 5 to Cleveland. And, I don't know how realistic that actually was because Cleveland obviously went with Darius Garland. But, yeah, I'm just a little bit surprised by this. I did not really see this coming. I thought they were going to go the point guard route. If they're not going to move this, because I know we've seen Woj tweet out a couple of times that the Wolves are still trying to, or they were at least still trying to facilitate a trade maybe for this 6th pick, but I don't know. It seems like they're going to go with it. They're going to roll with Jarrett Culver and see how it goes.
The wording of that last tweet from Adrian Wojnarowski before they made the pick didn't make it sound at all like they were making it for somebody else. He said Minnesota's focused on Texas Tech's Jarrett Culver.
Yeah.
League sources tell ESPN. If anything, I would think just putting the pieces together, and we don't know. And again, get in on the show at 651-646-8255. I think Gerson Rosas probably recognized that he could get Jarrett Culver a few spots lower and was thinking of maybe trading out of the 6th spot, moving down, maybe getting an extra pick late in the 1st round or in the 2nd round and still getting Jarrett Culver, using that 6th pick as an asset, but still getting the guy who he had targeted on his board. That's purely speculation based on the tweets that we saw from Adrian Wojnarowski concerning the Timberwolves.
And the Wolves, I think overall could use just overall like improved guard play. I just don't know if, I think Culver can facilitate and he's a good shot creator. I just don't know if his lack of shooting is going to be a benefit for this team.
And now the Bulls select Kobe White out of North Carolina.
That's not a surprise because the Bulls, your squad, I think they're looking for a new point guard. So this works out good for them.
Yes, they were quite open and transparent about their disappointment in Chris Dunn.
Yes.
Folks around here know about disappointment in Chris Dunn.
Yes.
We will